EVO Japan 2020 was a great showing for the SNK World Championship, and with the Grand Finals less than 2 months away, SNK's first World Tournament Series makes one final stop to the United States in Santa Ana, California. HyperDrive 2020, a tournament dedicated to the SNK community. Spearheaded by the Level Up Series guys with Alex Valle, one of the most known figures of the North American fighting game community, HyperDrive offered something for every SNK fan. King of Fighters 2002.
Lightly, so. Get into it. Start straight to it.
King of Fighters 13.
You guys can. You know, it's definitely on Kim's favor,
right?
Especially when it comes.
Oh, that's a 3 frame, right?
God, 2 frames.
Garu, Mark of the Wolves.
Yeah. Oh, hit right ahead. Boom. Oof. From the other side.
I think he did a preemptive break.
Samurai Showdown 5 Special.
So he's going to look for zoning opportunities. Oh, it's a button shot.
And of course, the King of Fighters 14 and Samurai Showdown tournaments, the latter two being official qualifiers for the SNK WCS Finals. The Grand Finals Day opened with the top 8 for the King of Fighters 14 tournament, an event that was marked by the participation of a number of Latin America's top players like Güero Asamiya, Violent Kane, Luis Cha, and others, as well as the King of Fighters champion M- from Japan. But M-Dash's expertise in the game would get heavily tested as he was sent to losers when facing Violent Kane. Not to be hindered by such loss, M- would win every match after that until reaching the losers final, where he wins against Güero Asamiya.
Nice block.
Beautiful. Great reach from M-. No, he's not. I would have liked to seen Güero go for maximum damage. And then
Now, despite losing the match, Güero Asamiya is now officially qualified to the SNK World Championship Finals, since both the Grand Finalists, Violent Kane and M- have previously qualified. The Grand Final could have only been described as the revenge of M- as he faces again against Violent Kane, the same player who sent him earlier to losers. M- would not only successfully reset the brackets, but also win the tournament in a 3-0 Grand Final set, adding one more international event to his massive list of King of Fighters 14 tournaments that he won.
Another hop in, max mode conversion, level 1's gonna put him on life support here, not quite
here we
dead.
go. This Oki right here. He's Oki right here.
And M- takes it 3-0 in the reset over Violent Kane, and he is your HyperDrive 2020.
Yeah, little close up there. Amazing. It's hand-drawn, guys. Hand-drawn.
The action then shifted later that day to SNK's currently flagship game, Samurai Showdown. Many of the North and Latin America top players were at the event, and even some international players that traveled all the way from Japan to be in this SNK Love Fest. And the top 8 of the Samurai Showdown were proof of that. The Samurai Showdown HyperDrive tournament top 8 players were Didi Mokov, Lagia, Andy OCR, Violent Kane, Space Detective KH, Lord Jimmy Bones, Güero Asamiya, and Lazy Freddy. The first match was a fierce one, Didi Mokov vs Lagia. While Lagia used his slow and patient playstyle, it did not pay off against Didi Mokov's aggressive Shizumaru. Didi Mokov will then go to send Andy OCR to losers as well. While in losers, Lagia goes into a winning spree, meeting Andy OCR in a losers finals match to be remembered, as Andy loses the set 3-2 with a great WFT anti-air finish.
One decision. Oh my God! And Lagia takes it with the cross under WFT to punish the jump in.
Resulting in a grand finals of Didi Mokov vs Lagia, giving Lagia a chance to take his revenge against the one who sent him to losers. Unfortunately, it was not the case, as Didi Mokov, this unstoppable player from Brazil, was able to win another tournament in 3-2.
Didi Mokov!
Didi did it again!
is your champion.
Yeah! What's the pop?
And since Didymokov has already qualified for the finals by winning Frosty Faustin's 12, it was Lagia who guaranteed a spot in the top 16 World Championship Tournament Grand Finals in Tokyo. With the Grand Finals soon approaching, only one more event remains in SNK's first international circuit, the SWC Japan Tour Final Invitational in Aichi, Japan. I hope you guys enjoyed that. The entire purpose of this road to the SNK World Championship is to actually chronicle the entire journey from the first qualifiers up to the grand finals, and there's going to be, of course, a bigger emphasis on the finals, which will be taking place in March, at the end of March in Japan, and I'm planning to be in Tokyo around that time to actually attend these finals, film as much as I can, talk to people, talk to players, talk to people who actually are responsible for this event, and talk up to SNK about what's next for the future of esports and SNK. Now, for those of you following my channel, you'll know that I'm working on 5 SNK related documentaries. Now, the first one is the one you just saw a teaser of, which is the road to the SNK World Championship. The second documentary is a day at SNK, where I will be spending a full day at the SNK Osaka offices, and I will be talking to people in different departments and, of course, the SNK, famous SNK developers, about how they're creating the games that we love so much. This will be a very interesting look inside SNK that many of us fans would like to get. The third documentary is the history of the King of Fighters series. Now, as you know, I did the history of Samurai Showdown. A lot of people loved what I did, so I'm doing something different now for the history of the King of Fighters. While I will chronicle the entire process or history of how the games came to be, I will also be including interviews with SNK developers, KOF players, as well as hopefully some original KOF developers from the King of Fighters 94, 95 era. I'm tracking a couple ones. I'm not going to say any names now. Hopefully, once I get a confirmation, hopefully in the next couple weeks, then I will let you guys know. The other documentary I'm working on is the return of SNK. Now, as you know, SNK went through different, troublesome years, if you will, and now they're definitely making a great comeback. So we're gonna talk to SNK staff and chronicle a little bit what happened, how it went from a company that was actually going under to the resurgence or resurrection, if you will, of the company in recent years. And finally, the last documentary is SNK or Neo Geo Retro Gaming in Japan. I will be visiting some arcades and retro gaming shops and looking at what we have and talking to different players and talking to people about the significance of Neo Geo titles, as well as seeing how is it possible nowadays to be a Neo Geo collector. Is it worth it? How much is gonna cost? It'll be a fun documentary where we'll talk about some Neo Geo retro gaming. Now, as you know, I did a GoFundMe page for whoever can help with this trip. It's a little bit expensive, but I'm doing my best to make it happen. I want to take this opportunity to thank those who actually donated to the cause. There's a link to the GoFundMe page in the description below. So if you can help, that's great. If you can, just share the link, share it with other people who actually are fans of SNK and who will be able to maybe help, or also share it with their friends and so on. Now, again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I can't wait to see what you guys think. Let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, thank you for watching.